We can start, I guess, yes?
Sure, yeah.
So, okay, welcome everyone to yet another webcast from ViVentor. Today, we have one of our loan originators with us here. Svetlin Sabev is joining me today from Stikcredit, Bulgaria. Welcome, Svetlin.
Hi, I'm from me as well. It's good to be back and what turns now into our regular updates.
Yeah, good to hear. Just to start, I just also wanted to ask you how are things in Bulgaria with the coronavirus pandemic? What is the situation right now? And is there any development towards positive or negative side from our last update in that respect?
Right. Well, everything seems to be back to normal, which I guess is a positive sign. We remain very cautious about what the future has for us. We are yet to see any trace of the second wave, which so far has been only in the politics, this political discussions rather than actually appear in the real life. So everything is good. We had very positive development for the first 6 months.
So we will discuss it. It's one of
which we'll discuss it. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So maybe let's jump into the topics that we wanted to discuss with you right away. So first of all, we all read the news about you raising some capital on Seedrs. So it's very interesting for our investors to hear how did that idea came up, how it went, and what's the money, where the money is going to be used, and how it will affect your company and our relationship on ViVentor.
Great. Yeah, this is very exciting for us. We've been working on this equity crowdfunding campaign for a long time now. We actually engaged with Seedrs last year. And our idea is to raise enough equity capital in order to expand more aggressively on the domestic market where we're currently based, which is Bulgaria, and also to use the proceeds to prepare for international expansion as well. So this will be where the proceeds from the equity campaign will go. It was launched in private mode, I think, a couple of 1 or 2 weeks ago, and it's not open to the public yet. So only people with the link can take a seat and reserve their place. It will definitely have a positive impact on the company because it's not a debt instrument. So this will be equity which will flow into the existing structure of Stikcredit and the company that operates on the Bulgarian market. So investors will become our shareholders basically. And this is something we're looking forward to because we would be very happy to share the profits with everyone that has helped us get where we are at the moment. So we expect that this will increase the financial health and improve the financial health of Stikcredit because it will decrease the gearing ratio, and it will also allow us to grow even faster than we're currently doing.
You mentioned you will be using the money also to expand to other countries. Have you already some countries in mind that you wish to expand to?
Yes, we have several markets in mind which we have targeted. They are publicly shared. So in our presentation, so we have nothing to hide. Those are Macedonia, Albania, and Kosovo. We have a particular preference for smaller markets than the Bulgarian one because this will be our first international expansion, and we want to enter a market with less competition than some of the larger markets, and also a market which will require less capital to enter into and to reach some meaningful size and position on the market. And also this will, of course, minimize any mistakes that we make. We're sure that there are some things along the road which will not have planned or foreseen. So we want to be able to, we want to be flexible basically, and we want to be quick to adapt to the new market, and to use this as an excellent operational learning exercise for our future expansions to other markets.
So can we expect loans from these countries on ViVentor platform as well?
Well, yeah, of course, we would be happy to do that, and we hope that our relationship will continue for many more years in the future. As long as we have more information and insight on when we will enter the markets, and as long as we have some stable portfolio to offer, we will definitely work with ViVentor and put it on the platform.
You said also that it is possible that it is a closed round, yes, on Seedrs, but if any of our investors would want to invest into participate in the round as backers of your company, what would be the steps? Where should they apply on? Maybe you can share that.
Yes, we can actually share the campaign link, I guess, in the video, in the comment section or in the info section. So the investors just need to follow the link, and then they need to register on Seedrs. It's a very simple registration with your email address, and then they need to be KYC'd, which is a very quick, a couple of step process. You only just apply a picture of your ID and fill in your personal data, and that's it. And then they're set up to invest into the company. Then you just go to the campaign and choose the amount of funds that you wish to commit, and you click the button. So that's it.
Okay, and when is the deadline for it? When is it closing?
Right. So the campaign now is in private mode. Once we reach a certain stage, we will open it to the public. So anyone that has a registration, so now right now nobody sees it. It's only accessible via the link. And when we open it to the public, everyone with who is registered on Seedrs will have access to it and can view it actually on their homepage. This will happen probably around the last week, the third or fourth week of October. It typically happens when a campaign reaches 80% funding of the minimum target goal. So we have a target goal of 150,000 euros, and once we reach a funding rate of 80% of that in the private mode, we will launch it to the public. And I'm actually looking at the figures right now. We've almost reached that. So we have around 110,000 euros. So 10 more to go, and we'll open it to the public. So anyone that's interested, just go to the campaign and book their seat, because once we open it to the public, then we can, the campaign can be funded at any point in time, basically. And usually these things go very quickly. Okay,
good to hear. So good luck in that.
Thanks.
And let's move on to our second subject for today. It's your first half financial review, which we already received, and our investors will soon be able to see it on our loan originator page as well. So how did the first year go, Svetlin?
Well, the first half was actually ended very well, even better than we expected, to be honest, because we were quite concerned with the developments surrounding the COVID situation, but hopefully that ended pretty quickly. So we had a nice growth in the net revenue vis-a-vis last year. So we ended the first half with around €1 million in net profit, which is, give or take, around 25%, 30% higher than the first half of last year. So we managed to record a positive growth, and we expect actually this momentum to continue through the rest of the year, with our expectation being to have a 30 to 40% net profit growth for the 2020. This was, of course, not very easy to achieve. We had to be very quick to adapt to the new market environment, and it was on we had to sacrifice some growth opportunities, which we had budgeted and forecasted. But of course, the health of the company is more important than anything else. We were able to maintain our profit margins as well. So this profitability didn't come to the expense of any corners being cut and that sort of thing. We maintained the same net profit margin as we did for the past couple of years. We were able to contain the costs of the company in the COVID-19 situation. So in overall, we're quite happy about the results and the developments.
Okay, that's good to hear. And how did it impact your how did your coronavirus situation and in general, comparing year to year, impact your default ratios?
Right, that's a good question. I think in our last webcast, I mentioned that we adjusted our credit policy almost instantly when the extraordinary measures were announced on the 18th of March in Bulgaria. And part of this adjustment was to tighten the scorecards, the cutoff rates for the scorecards that we use to assess the credit risk of the borrowers. And also part of that included not granting loans to new customers, or actually limiting the loan issuance only to the best of the best new customers. And also we decreased the maximum amount which any given customer could have withdrawn. So we reduced our risk there as well. And surprisingly to anyone, this had a very positive effect on our portfolio, because if we look at the vintages for each given month, our delinquency rates actually decreased significantly for the months where the corona panic, I would say, was widespread. So prior to March 2020, we had about 15% of our loans on company level were going into a delay of more than 60 days, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because we're still, and it's actually an effect that we're looking after, and we're intentionally doing it because we're still making money on loans which are delayed even more than 60 days. But anyway, 15% of those loans were in delay more than 60 days. And in March, as a result of our credit policy decisions, this percentage decreased down to 11% of the loans issued in March. And in the following months, April and May, this percentage decreased even further. So we brought it down to 7 or 8% of all loans issued in those months. So we were actually able to reduce the percentage of clients that go into a delay almost twice than under our normal operating conditions. And of course, this allowed us to have predictable cash flow and to have sufficient cash flow to actually be profitable every month. And we're quite happy with that result. And
so the parameters you have set in March are still in effect right now, I presume, right?
No, we gradually started relaxing the policy that, they were extraordinary measures. So we started relaxing them slightly in the end of May and throughout June. And as we were observing more positive development of the market, then we almost get back to normal right now. So we are operating under normal conditions.
Okay, I see. So currently you have still some, I believe, €500,000 placed on ViVentor. Invested on ViVentor, and there is about also some loans that are still available for investment. So cannot of course like encourage, but just placing to attention all investors that there are loans available for investment from Stikcredit. There is also a possibility to not only lend money to Stikcredit, but also to invest in the company Stikcredit through Seedrs, which we will place link below this video. And further on, this money will be used not only to support the company's growth in the existing market, but also facilitate its growth and expansion in neighboring countries, right? And among them, we have Macedonia, Albania, and Kosovo. So also, we look forward to seeing those countries on our platform to be able to diversify also geographically our customers' funds to provide this opportunity. And I think there is not much left to discuss apart from wishing you good luck and saying that to our investors that Stikcredit's first half financial review will be placed on our loan originator page, and also supporting material which we have discussed will be there, so you can read through anything you like. If you have specific questions that you'd like Stikcredit or any other loan originator to answer, just send us a note and we will be sure to relay the message to the loan originator, so that you have all the answers you need to make your best investment choice. So thank you very much, Svetlin, for joining me today, and I look forward to other webcasts with you in the nearest future.
Thank you as well for having me, and we would be very happy to answer any questions which investors may have.
Bye-bye.
Bye.